Hello everybody. Hello. Hi, I can see. All right. I can't see names. Janisha, Ashmi, welcome to yet another power packed session. This is, I guess, the most awaited session, Ellipse and Hyperbola. It was getting rescheduled since a long time, and I can see probability also. Yes, probability chapter I have already recorded. I'll be probably uploading it in a day or two, like by Wednesday. You will see that probability chapter. So with probability, we'll be done with our complete roar series, and then after roar series there is a lot to come. A very amazing series is going to come on this channel. Okay, and yeah, I can see so many people joining in. Hi Ashmi, hi Sadia, hi Saranya, hi Jeffrey, hi Donpudi, hi Bhargava. All right. Yes, JEE 2024 PYQ session for chemistry class 12th. Yes, once, like, this week is going to be all about the roar series completion. Next week onwards you will see a load of loads and loads of PYQs. So you can't even think of what is in my mind related to PYQs and problem solving series. So you just have to wait till Friday. By maximum Friday, I'll be telling you that what is on my mind, and that is going to be a complete game changer series for your upcoming January attempt. Okay, so do not worry at all about the practice and problem solving. So this week I want you all to focus on the concepts and the remaining pending chapters, because next week onwards there's going to be intense problem solving sessions. Okay, today's session is going to be how long? We'll try to finish ellipse and hyperbola within like 2 to 3 hours, but we'll see. Let's see how long it is going to take. Okay, yeah, because today we are going to cover both ellipse and hyperbola. So initially I was like, let's teach ellipse separately and hyperbola separately, and then I realized that you guys want a comparative study of ellipse and hyperbola, because ellipse and hyperbola are similar. When I teach ellipse, you'll be like, yes ma'am, we are understanding. When I teach hyperbola, you'll be like, yes ma'am, we are understanding hyperbola as well. But there is some similarity in ellipse and hyperbola that confusion arises whether this formula is for ellipse. Equation of tangent of ellipse and hyperbola are pretty much similar, just the plus minus difference. So I thought it is better to study ellipse and hyperbola in comparison mode. Like, this is the tangent of ellipse, so this is the equation of tangent of hyperbola, right? Just like this. Okay, and so normal and everything, all the terminologies. Okay, so can NEET students also see this lecture? Why do you want to see maths lecture? You're a NEET aspirant. Okay, yes, so I guess we are good to go. I think I'm audible perfectly, I'm visible perfectly. I think we should start today's session. We should start now. Finally, ma'am is back with teaching in board. Yes, because your JEE mains are around the corner. And like next week onwards, we are going to start problem solving series, and it is going to be live and super duper fun. So those, like when we started, remember roar series, we used to do intense session, 6 to 7 hours session, that we are going to do next week onwards, right? So stay tuned to this channel. Don't go anywhere. Okay. Weightage of this chapter, I would say ellipse and hyperbola, combined weightage of this chapter, if you ask me, you can get 2 questions from both the chapters, one from ellipse and one from hyperbola. So yes, this is the weightage of this chapter. Okay, yeah, everybody is asking about weightage of this chapter. So I told you clearly 2 questions you can get, and trust me, so if you don't go ellipse and hyperbola, if you feel that weightage is less, trust me, from ellipse and hyperbola, there are chances that they will give you easy question just right from the basics. So right from the basics, just do all the basics question, and you might be able to crack JEE main question especially from ellipse and hyperbola. Okay, all right. Yes, Bhargavan, I guess indefinite integration, recurring integral part, that we will cover in next week. I'm going to take sessions, don't worry. Whatever is the 1 or 2 topics which are remaining, which are not covered in road series, we will cover in next week onwards. Okay. Say my name, Shri Vignesh. What is the thrill, bro? What is the thrill you get when I say your name? Anyway, I took your name. I hope you're happy. Chalo, let's start. Okay. Alright, ellipse and hyperbola. So, ellipse, if I talk about, so there are two types of ellipse which we are going to study. First one is horizontal ellipse. Second one is vertical ellipse. Now, what is horizontal? What is vertical? So, first of all, let us talk about this. So, this is your x-axis and y-axis. Okay. So, ellipse, your ellipse look like this. Do we have shape ellipse? Yes, we do have. So, ellipse look like this. Okay. This is your ellipse. Okay. So, what I'm going to do is, I'm going to now draw it nicely. This is your y-axis and this is your x-axis. Okay. Alright. Now, there are a few terminologies that I'm going to spend. How long the session will go? Before 11, we will try to finish ellipse and hyperbola. Okay. Alright. Yes. So, now understand a few terminologies are very, very important. Just by knowing a few terminologies, you will be able to crack JEE main question. What are those terminologies? First of all, the equation of this ellipse is x square by a square plus y square by b square is equals to 1. Okay. Alright. Now, I want to calculate these 2 points. What are these 2 points? These 2 points are known as vertex. Parabola, I have already done. Yes, parabola. Just go and watch, check the playlist. Parabola is done. Okay. So now, if you want the intersection of this ellipse with your x-axis, what are you going to do? Obviously, you are going to put y is equals to 0. To get these 2 points, put y equals to 0. The moment you will put y is equals to 0, right, what you will get is x square is equals to a square. That means x is either plus a and it is going to be either minus a. Obviously, your y coordinate is coming out as 0. So, coordinate of vertex, if somebody asks me what is vertex of this ellipse, plus minus a comma 0. Okay. What about these 2 points? Can anybody tell me? These 2 points. So, these 2 points you will get, basically this is the point of intersection of conic, that is your ellipse, with y-axis. So, for this you have to put x equals to 0, right? X equals to 0. The moment you put x equals to 0, you will get y is equals to plus minus b. So, this is your b and this is your minus b, my dear students. Okay. Alright, clear? Now, so this is your, but vertex, specifically this is not your vertex. This is your vertex. Number 1 point. What is the center of this ellipse? So, 0 comma 0, that is origin is the center of this ellipse. Origin is the center of this ellipse. So, center, if somebody asks you, say what is the center of this ellipse? So, origin. Now, focus. Focus of this ellipse. Okay, focus of this ellipse. So, there will be 2 focus of this ellipse, which are this F1 and this F2. Focus number 1 is minus AE comma 0 and this is plus AE comma 0. Okay. So, focus is plus minus AE comma 0. Okay. Now, you will be telling me that, ma'am, hold on. What is E? Like, where are you getting this E? Can anybody tell me in the chat box? E. What is E? So, E is nothing but eccentricity of the ellipse. Eccentricity over here will be nothing but square root of 1 minus b square upon a square. This is in the case of horizontal ellipse, right? This is a horizontal ellipse. Horizontal ellipse. Okay. Horizontal ellipse mein, what is horizontal ellipse? So, here your A, this is your A and this is your B. Clearly, A is greater than B. So, So whenever A is greater than B, then only this eccentricity formula is useful. Eccentricity is, what is eccentricity exactly? Eccentricity measures the flatness of the ellipse. Understand? Okay. Bulgeness, somebody is saying bulgeness of the ellipse. I will say flatness of the ellipse. See, ellipse is a flat conic, right? If you talk about circle, it is circular. But if I just press the circle, if I just make the ellipse make the circle a little bit flat, so what we will get is ellipse, right? If I just press a circle a little bit, I will get an ellipse. That means flat is something which is ellipse, right? So now how flat is your ellipse? It is given by eccentricity, okay? Although the actual meaning is not there in your syllabus, the geometrical significance of eccentricity is not there in your syllabus, right? But again, we need to understand what is the importance of eccentricity, okay? So this is your focus. Now if I talk about major axis, can anybody tell me what is a major axis? Major axis, this is your major axis. Understand, major axis is something which is the longer one. So major axis is this, which is A plus A, that is 2A is the major axis, length of major axis. In this case, this is x axis, okay, in case of horizontal ellipse. What about minor axis? So minor axis is equals to 2B. In this case, this is y axis, okay. We can call it as length of major axis, length of minor axis. Also, if somebody calls you, if somebody asks you that what is semi-major axis? Semi-major axis. Semi-major. Semi-major means half of this. So length of semi-major axis will give you A, and same length of semi-minor axis is equals to B. Okay, clear? Now there is one more thing which we will call it as focal chord. First thing. Second thing is double ordinate. And third thing is latus rectum. These three terms are very important. Trust me, on this slide is absolutely important. Very, very important. All these terms are very basic terms, and trust me, in JEE main, you might be able to crack JEE main problem just by this particular slide. So understand the importance of basics, especially in ellipse and hyperbola. Okay? Alright? Yes. So I hope that this is clear. Now focal chord. What is a focal chord? A chord which is passing through focus. A chord which is passing through focus. So can you see, this will be your focal chord. Any chord which is passing through focus. This chord which is passing through F2 is a focal chord. This chord which is passing through, again F1 is also a focal chord. These two are focal chord, right? So focal chord, it is very obvious just by the definition also, chord passing through focus is called as focal chord. No, I didn't complete hyperbola. We are starting with ellipse. Today we are going to be, this is the very first, the beginning of this session. Once ellipse is done, we will be doing comparative study of ellipse and hyperbola. Okay, together we are doing it. We are studying ellipse and hyperbola in little bit different manner today. Okay, so this is like this. Double ordinate. What is double ordinate? Double ordinate is something, see, focal chord, I hope that everybody is aware now. Now double ordinate. Double ordinate is something that basically double ordinate is a chord only. Chord perpendicular. See, chord perpendicular to major axis. So this is your double ordinate. This is your double ordinate, right? Can you see what is a double ordinate? This is your double ordinate. Okay. Now double ordinate is clear. Now the combination of focal chord and double ordinate. Understand? This is very important. Latus rectum. The combination of, this is actually combination of 1 and 2. What is 1? Focal chord. So latus rectum is a focal chord which is perpendicular to major axis. perpendicular. These two are nothing but what? Latus rectum, my dear students. Are you getting it? Okay. Alright. Clear? Okay. So, latus rectum. Now, this is 2b square by a is the length of latus rectum. Okay. Now, one more. Okay, I hope that till now it is clear. The horizontal ellipse terminologies, I hope that things are pretty clear to you. Now, we will talk about the vertical ellipse. Okay. Vertical ellipse. Wherein B is greater than A this time. Okay. So, if I just try to draw the ellipse, it will look like this. Okay. And this is your x-axis. And this is your y-axis. Okay. Alright, clear. Now, understand what is happening over here. Again, the equation is x square by a square plus y square by b square equals to 1. Correct? Center. First of all, tell me vertex. What is vertex? So, now this one is your major axis. Major axis is this. Minor axis is this. Okay? So, if you just understand, again, same thing you're going to do is vertex, this is vertex. This time, this is your vertex, correct? So, if this is your vertex, just tell me. So, for this, what you have to do is, you have to put what? X equals to 0. So, 0, comma, again plus b and 0, comma, minus b will be your vertex of this ellipse. So, 0, comma, plus minus b is vertex. Center, so it is fixed, it is 0, comma, 0. Now, focus. There will be two focus, F1 and F2. So, F1, F2. So, this is going to become 0, comma, BE and 0, comma, minus BE, correct? So, 0, comma, plus minus BE. Now, ma'am, you have introduced the eccentricity, right? Write the formula for eccentricity. So, eccentricity this time will be 1 minus a square by b square. Now, you must be wondering that, ma'am, hold on. You are giving two different formulas of eccentricity. What are you doing? On previous page, you wrote 1 minus b square by a square. Here, you wrote 1 minus a square by b square. If you're going to go like this, we are going to get confused. Don't worry, Ninja ma'am is here. Okay. So, Ninja ma'am will give you the proper one single formula. And that single formula is eccentricity is equals to square root of 1 minus major square upon, minor square upon major square. So, always remember, in eccentricity, whatever value is smaller, it will come here. Whatever value is bigger, it will come here. Okay? Alright. Namrata, I have told you, like today, at least 5 times I have told you, I have already recorded probability. I will be uploading it like within 2-3 days. Okay. So, just understand that I will not be able to every time a student will come, it will write in the chat box, and every time I'm gonna give you this, because otherwise I will just not be able to focus on this. Okay. So, don't worry, probability will be uploaded within a day or two. I have already recorded it. Okay. Don't worry. Alright. Clear. Now 0, comma, plus minus b. This is your focus. Major axis. Now understand. Major axis will be equals to 2b. Minor axis will be equals to 2a. Semi-major and then again semi-major, semi-minor. I am not going to repeat. Okay. I am not going to repeat because semi will be half of it. Again, same thing. Now this time, latus rectum, length of latus rectum is 2a square by b square. Now again, you will be thinking about, ma'am, hold on. In the previous case, this is vertical ellipse. In the case of horizontal ellipse, ma'am, you were saying length of latus rectum was 2b square by a. And this time, you are saying 2a square by b. So again, there is a confusion. Are you trying to say that you have to remember two different formulas? This will be a very confusing task. Don't worry, Ninja Ma'am is here, because now you can just universal formula. Length of latus rectum is 2 minor square upon major. Okay, always remember the smaller value will come over here and the bigger value will be in the denominator, just like this. Now note it down. Let me know if you guys are having any doubts. Okay. Alright, now one more thing, in both the cases I would like to tell you, which is directrix. So equation of directrix, can you see this will be your directrix, this will be your directrix. Okay, so equation of directrix, x equals to minus a upon e, x equals to plus a upon e. Okay, in case of horizontal ellipse. In case of vertical ellipse, this is y is equals to minus b by e and y is equals to plus b by e. Okay, so directrix are different in both the types of what do we call, both types of ellipse, horizontal and vertical both. Okay, all right, now we will quickly jump onto this, which is this problem. Let us understand this problem. Okay, yes, we will cover PYQ, don't worry. Okay, yeah. Okay, so the question says that if a vertex of an ellipse is centered at origin. So vertex they are saying is 4, 0. That means 4, 0 is this. So vertex is lying on the x-axis. That means this is the clear-cut case of horizontal ellipse. Okay. Clear-cut case of horizontal. And the corresponding focus is 3, 0. Corresponding focus. Now understand. Obviously, in case of ellipse always there will be two vertex. But now they are giving only one vertex, 4, 0. Now corresponding vertex means this one. The corresponding focus means vertex and focus always occur in pair. F1 V1, F2 V2, right? So this corresponding vertex they are giving is 3, 0, and we need to find its equation, right? So one thing we have already understood, this is the vertex. In case of horizontal ellipse, your A is 4, correct? And this 3 is what? This is AE, 0. So AE is 3, correct? Now you just have to apply the formula of eccentricity. So E square is equals to 1 minus B square by A square. Because in case of horizontal slip, horizontal B is greater than A, so B by A, small by big, right? So E square. Now, yes, what we can do is, we can just cross multiply. So A square E square is equals to A square minus B square, correct? AE is 3. So this is 9 is equals to 16 minus B square. Clearly, B is coming out as 16 minus 9. B square is 7. The moment you get B square 7 and obviously A square is 16. Now you can write the equation of horizontal ellipse, which is x square by A square plus y square by B square equals to 1. That means x square by 16 plus y square by 7 is equals to 1. This is your final answer. Okay, got it? Clear? Any doubts in this question? Basic question. What do you think? Good? All right. Perfect. Okay. Now the next question. Next question on the ellipse. Next question on the ellipse is this. Let us see how many of you are able to do it. This was easy, yeah. We'll start with the very first question is always easy. Gradually you will understand, okay. There are some students in another batch of mine, okay. There is some other batch going on, internal batch, wherein some students tell me that, ma'am, the chapter is looking very good. In initial 3 lectures, they'll be like, ma'am, chapter is very good, but fingers crossed because the chapter is going to show true colors after the 4th lecture. So whenever I start 4th lecture, students start telling me, ma'am, chapter is showing true colors now. Okay. So beginning obviously, because we are understanding basic, it is clear, but the moment we'll start jumping onto JEE main PYQs, a little bit difficult, and JEE advanced are obviously tricky. Okay. Find the eccentricity of an ellipse if its length of minor axis is equal to its focal length. What is focal length? Distance between foci. Okay. So, understand. This is your ellipse. This is AE comma 0, focus number 1, focus number 2, minus AE comma 0. Now, eccentricity of ellipse, length of its minor axis. Okay. Length of its minor axis is equal to, so minor axis is what? 2B. Okay. So, 2B is equals to distance between foci is equals to 2AE. That means B and AE are equal. Correct? B and AE are equal. So clearly E square is 1 minus B square by A square. This is your formula. Right? So again, B square is equals to A square E square. Can I just replace B square by A square E square upon A square? So clearly A square cancel. So this is E square is equals to 1 minus E square. 2E square is equals to 1. Eccentricity is 1 by root 2. By the way, I am not sure whether you have attended previous lecture or not. Eccentricity of parabola is 1. Eccentricity of ellipse is less than 1. Can you see 1 by root 2? And eccentricity of hyperbola is greater than 1. Okay. So do remember it, because sometimes it can happen that you are doing some calculation mistake and your eccentricity, for example, is coming out as root 2 of an ellipse, which is not possible, right? So this information will help you to rectify your own mistake. That okay, I must have done some mistake. How come eccentricity of ellipse is coming out as root 2? And also, if options are given, then you can eliminate also. If eccentricity of an ellipse is asked and the options are given like this, that eccentricity, two options are having eccentricity which is greater than 1. So you can eliminate them, right? Okay, so this information helps in the elimination of option as well. Okay, I hope that this question is also clear. Alright, another question on our screen, another question. Yes, this is the question. Now I would like you to try this question, which is, if the distance between the foci of an ellipse is 6, okay, that means again 2AE is 6, correct? 2AE is 6. Distance between their directrix is 12. So length of latus rectum is what they are talking about. So I guess this is again a JEE main PYQ. So distance between foci is 2AE is equals to 6. Correct? Okay. And distance between their directrix. So directrix is what? See, understand. If it is an ellipse, I told you the directrix of an horizontal ellipse. This is minus A by E. This is plus A by E. So distance between these two is 2A by E. So 2A by E, they are giving it as 12. Right? What they are saying is length of its latus rectum. So 2B square by A is what they are looking for. Okay, hold on. What I'm going to do is I'm going to multiply equation number 1 and equation number 2. So that I can get the value of A. If you multiply, what will you get? 4A square is equals to 12 into 6. Correct or not? 4 ones are 4. This is 3 and this is 6. So A square is equals to 18. Okay, ma'am. Now if you multiply, okay. Now if you divide first and second, you will get the value of eccentricity. Or what you can do, yeah, divide first and second. So the moment you will divide, what will you get? 2AE upon 2A by E is equals to 1 upon 2. 2 cancel, AA cancel, E square is equals to 1 by 2. So eccentricity is also right here. Okay. Now you can apply the formula E square is equals to 1 minus B square by A square. Correct. Eccentricity, so 1 by 2 is equals to 1 minus B square, we don't know. A square is 18. Correct. So this is going to become B square by 18 is equals to half. B square is equals to 9. Okay, so now you have A, you have B. So your final answer will be 2 into B square is 9 Upon A is root 18. So root 18. See, A is what? Root 18 is 3 root 2. So this is 3 root 2. 3 3s are. So 3 2s are 6 by root 2 will be the correct answer. 6 by root 2. Okay. 6 by root 2 is going to be 3 root 2. Option B. Right? 6 by root 2. Now you rationalize it. So this is 3 root 2. Yes? Vectors already done. Vectors already done. Okay. I guess you guys are already requesting a lot of chapters. But Brawl, I guess that all the chapters are done. Today we are doing ellipse and hyperbola. The only chapter which is left after this is probability. So once every chapter, at least theory part is done, then we will talk about the problem session. Okay, duration I have already told you, JEE aspirant. We'll try to finish it before 11. Let's see, plus minus 10 minutes is already there. Hi Dhanush, hi. New student, hello new student. Okay, welcome to the channel, welcome to the session. Okay. Alright, so I guess this problem is done. Anybody is having any doubts, please do let me know. If not, then we will quickly move towards another question, which is again a PYQ. Okay, PYQ. Let's talk about this. Now, this is the question. The length of latus rectum of an ellipse with its major axis along x-axis. Which kind of ellipse is this? Can anybody tell me? Horizontal or vertical? Because they are saying major axis along x-axis. So horizontal ellipse. Okay, so they have made it clear, horizontal ellipse. Okay. Alright, center at origin. Now they are saying length of latus rectum is 8. That means 2b square upon A they are giving is 8. Okay ma'am, clear. If the distance between foci of ellipse is equal to length of its minor axis. What does that mean again? Distance between foci of the ellipse. So distance between foci of the ellipse is 2AE is equal to length of its minor axis. So AE is equals to B. So can you see two equations and two unknown are there? 2b square by 8 and AE is equals to B. So E square is equals to 1 minus B square by A square. Okay, this is your E. Now what we can do is E is, from here we can say that E is B upon A, right? So E is B upon A, so clearly B, okay, or B upon A is E, so E square, yes, so, okay, so what we can do is we can put B square by A square is equals to 1 minus B square by A square. So 2B square by A square is equals to 1. B by A is 1 upon root 2. Now can you see this and this? We can solve this, right? Because see, from here A is equals to root 2B. A is coming out as root 2B. So we can plug in the value of A over here, which is root 2B. So 2B square upon root 2B is given as 8. B cancel. 2 ones are 2, 2 fours are. So value of B is 4 root 2. The moment you will get value of B, get the value of A right here. Okay, so 4 root 2 into root 2. 4 2s are 8. So the value of A, if you put it over here, will be 8. Value of A is here, value of B is here. Then what are you looking for? Okay, so x square by A square plus y square by B square equals to 1. And A and B are right in front of you, 8 and 4 root 2. So x square by 64 plus y square by 4 root 2 ka square is 16 into 2, 32 equals to 1. Now you have got the equation of ellipse. Now what all points will lie on this ellipse? Tell me. What all points will lie on this ellipse? 4 root 3 comma 2 root 2. Okay. So if you satisfy option B, 4 root 3 comma 2 root 2 will lie on this ellipse. Okay, so this question was all about just equation solving. Okay, what did we do? Length of latus rectum is given, so first equation. Okay, then distance between foci is equal to length of minor axis. That means this is second information which is given to you. This is the second information, right? And after that, one information which you already know is this, which is this. This is third. Now you just have to solve these three equations, right? Okay. So three equations, and obviously there are three unknowns. It is very easy to solve. Just get the value, put the value, get the value, put the value, get the value, put the value. You will get everything. A, B and E are right here. Once you have A and B, you will have equation of an ellipse. Now you can just satisfy all 4 points and check which point is satisfying in your ellipse and which is not satisfying in your ellipse. Okay? Give me a big thumbs up if you've understood this question. Okay? Alright. Now we have learned the basics of ellipse. Now is the time we should learn the basics of hyperbola, and then what we will do is we'll start gradually with equation of tangent, equation of normal, right? Equation of chord. But after this point, what we will do is we will do comparative study of ellipse and hyperbola. Okay? So ellipses, no, we are not done with ellipse yet. We have just learned the basics of ellipse. Now I am introducing the same thing, basics of hyperbola, like how the graph looks like, what are the terminologies. We will solve a few questions just like this on the basics like focus, latus rectum, directrix, everything we will learn. Then once these basics are covered, then we will move ahead and then we will talk about the comparative, like combined study, right? Okay. So what we will do is we'll quickly talk about the hyperbola now. What is a hyperbola? How does hyperbola look like? Okay. So first of all, this is the standard hyperbola whose center is at origin. Okay. So, okay, let me just go back and draw an equation. So this is standard hyperbola. So obviously there are two types of hyperbola. Okay. Just like ellipse, two types of hyperbola. Okay. So this is your very first, this is x-axis, this is y-axis. Okay. And then this is your hyperbola branch number 1, hyperbola branch number 2. Okay. So unlike ellipse, ellipse had only single branch. Remember? But in hyperbola you don't have standard branch. What do you have is two different branches of the hyperbola. And the equation of this hyperbola is x square by a square minus y square by b square is equals to 1. Now understand, in ellipse what happens is major axis and minor axis, vertical and horizontal hyperbola are decided on the basis of length of major and minor axis, right? Vertical hyperbola is having b greater than a, horizontal is having a greater than b. Okay. Hyperbola and parabola are not same thing. Come on, why will it be same thing? Okay. Alright. No, I am very far away from biology. Huh? You know, biology and mathematics are anti to each other. People who don't like bio, who hate bio in their class 12th, they tend to take maths, and people who tend to hate maths are likely to take biology. Am I telling you correct or not? It used to happen at our time. I am sure that everybody is like me only. Okay. Again, one more student asking for probability. 2 days. Give me 2 days. I have recorded the lecture. I will upload it within 2 days. Don't worry. Okay. So we'll focus on here. Now the vertex. Vertex of this. So vertex. This is your vertex. First of all, what is the center? Center of this. Let me just write it over here. Center of hyperbola is 0, 0. Vertex. Vertex is this only. That is a, 0. and minus a comma 0, this is your vertex only. Okay, plus minus a comma 0, this is your vertex. What about focus? Focus of hyperbola is again same as ellipse. Same to same, copy paste. So that is why there are some similarities between ellipse and hyperbola. And you know what? I love the similarities. Why? Pata hai? Because see, you have to remember less things. All you have to understand is comparative study between ellipse and hyperbola. So focus of this is right here. Then you have, okay, focus is right here. And you have directrix. Yes, equation of directrix. Let's not forget. Equation of directrix. X equals to a by e. Again, same to same. X equals to minus a by e. Equation of directrix is equals to what? Plus minus a by e is equals to x. This is, by the way, for this hyperbola. Okay, this hyperbola. So center at origin, I guess I have covered each and everything. Now one more thing, just tell me that my hyperbola is intersecting y-axis at what point? I want one answer from you all. Okay, my hyperbola is intersecting y-axis at what all points? Obviously, it is intersecting y-axis. It is actually visibly, it is very obvious. It is not intersecting my hyperbola at all. Right? But I just forcefully want to know. So, I have to put x equals to 0 because on y-axis, x is 0. Okay? So, the moment I put x equals to 0, I will realize that my y is imaginary. If I forcefully want to calculate 0 comma b and 0 comma minus b would be that imaginary point wherein my hyperbola will intersect. Okay? Not at origin. No. Not at all intersecting. Yes. But imaginary, if I talk about, this is 0 comma b, 0 comma minus b. Okay. So these are the few things related to hyperbola. Okay. Alright. This is standard hyperbola. Now, this is what we call as transverse hyperbola. What is a transverse hyperbola? Transverse hyperbola means that hyperbola which intersect x-axis, which is not intersecting at y-axis. But we have another hyperbola which is conjugate hyperbola. Now, conjugate hyperbola look like this. Okay. So, equation of conjugate hyperbola is minus x square by a plus y square by b square equals to 1. Right? Now understand my point. See, I am telling you that always remember the comparative study between ellipse and hyperbola. Can you tell me what is the difference between ellipse and hyperbola? So ellipse is having positive sign in between, but in hyperbola, can you see there is a negative sign? Okay, that is the very first and very prominent difference between ellipse and hyperbola, negative sign. Okay, this is a transverse hyperbola. Now the conjugate hyperbola, again, can you see negative sign? Negative sign you will see, that means it is a hyperbola. Positive means ellipse. Okay. Now again, let us talk about, so center is at origin, clearly. This is your vertex. Vertex you will get the moment you will put x equals to 0, you will get your vertex. Put x equals to 0. Y is equals to plus minus b. 0 comma b and 0 comma minus b, correct? What about the focus? Focus is this. So this is 0 comma minus be and 0 comma plus be. This is your what? F1 and F2. Focus will lie on the conjugate axis. We will call it as conjugate axis. Okay? Alright. And yes, again there will be equation of directrix. So directrix will look like this. Wait, this is your directrix. Y is equals to b by e. Y is equals to minus b by e. Okay, clear? Perfect. Clear? And in here there is no such thing as major or minor axis, but there are two terminologies, which is transverse axis and conjugate axis. So transverse axis is 2a and conjugate axis is 2b. transverse axis is 2b. Transverse axis will be 2b and conjugate axis is 2a. Okay. All right. Clear? Clear? Now length of latus rectum, unlike ellipse. Ellipse may, understand, now this is very important. In ellipse, what happens in ellipse? 2 minor square upon major square, right? But in hyperbola, you don't have to worry about minor and major. You just have to worry about the formula. So if I talk about this, length of latus rectum is 2b square by a. Don't worry about major and minor over here. Here is 2b square by a, just like this. This is your latus rectum. And what about eccentricity of hyperbola? It is e square is equals to 1 plus b square by a square, right? Both for conjugate and for transverse hyperbola. This is 1 plus b square by a square. I guess in hyperbola, more or less formulas are clear. But I am very sure that when we will start solving problems, the things are pretty different. Okay. So now we will start solving problems on hyperbola. Then we will combine. Ma'am, you are telling ellipse or ellipse. Hey? What are you saying? Okay. Anyway. Okay. So yeah, now we will start with some basic problems of hyperbola and then we will do the combined study, okay? So yes, I will check out the problem for hyperbola. Okay, this is the problem JEE Main 2020. Combined study of hyperbola and ellipse. Okay? Alright. Yes, I know you guys are talking about notes. I know I have become late in uploading notes. I will upload it, okay? Okay, by tomorrow, I'll upload as many notes as possible, okay? Whatever I find, and if I don't find any notes, I'll share the non-annotated notes, okay? Whatever I have, I'll give it to you by tomorrow, okay? Chalo. Now, let's start studying ellipse and hyperbola combined question. Can you see? Now is the test, whether you are getting my thing or not, okay? E1 and E2 are the eccentricity of ellipse and the hyperbola. Okay. Alright. So E1, can you calculate ellipse? Everybody is aware about. Can anybody tell me what is E1? So obviously E1 is 1 minus smaller square. 4 by 18. 1 minus 4 by 18. Because in ellipse always small by big is the concept. Okay. So this is it. E1 is equals to 1 minus 4 by 18. This is 2 by 9. So E1 square is what? Tell me. So this is 2 by 9, 7 by 9. E1 is root 7 by 3. Okay, ma'am. So the first is clear. Okay. Then hyperbola is right here. So eccentricity of hyperbola is something which we have to calculate. Can anybody help me in calculation of eccentricity of hyperbola right here? Please guys help me calculating it. So this is going to become 1 plus b square by. So E2 square is 1 plus b square, that is 4 by 9 plus. There is plus sign in case of hyperbola. This is your hyperbola. So plus sign, this is your ellipse, minus sign in ellipse. Okay. So this is 9 plus 4. So this is 13 by 9 is E2 square. So E2 is coming out as what? Root 13 by 3. Okay. Alright. Now what they are saying is E1 and E2 are eccentricity. And now E1 comma E2 is a point on this ellipse. Then K is equal to what? That means root 7 by 3 comma root 13 by 3 is the point which we can satisfy directly in this ellipse and get the value of K, guys, right? So just do it right away. 15 into 7 by 9 plus 3 into 13 by 9 is equals to K. So what we are going to get is 9 is right here. Okay. what we can do is 3 ones are 3, 3 threes are 3 threes are 3 fives are. So 35 plus 13 by 3, which is going to become 8. 48 by 3. 3 ones are 3, 3 six are 18. Option C is absolutely right. 16, guys, 16. Yes, Gina, absolutely right. Yes, absolutely right. Okay, clear? Till now it is clear. Now one more basic question on hyperbola can I give? What do you think? Basic question on hyperbola. One more. Gina is laughing. Okay. Yeah. You should be super duper excited when you get the answers, right? Because otherwise if you are like, okay, if you are going to study like this, na, ki okay, solve it, x equals to 4. Okay. Solve it, y is equals to 7. Okay. Okay, eccentricity is 5. You have to feel that joy within, right? You have to feel like good. Okay, I got the answer. You have to feel sad also. Oh, I'm not getting the answer. Okay. Otherwise, you will not find interest in studying. Otherwise, you will not have fun. And JEE main, if I talk about 2 years, it's not that easy. You can't be neutral. You can't be just do it like just for the sake of doing it. You have to find interest in that thing because 2 years is a long journey. Okay. This is how you should study. Chalo. And now another question on hyperbola, which was from JEE 2007. Okay, life of JEE aspirants. Okay, chalo. A hyperbola having a transverse axis of length 2 sine theta. So transverse axis of 2 sine theta, that means 2a is equals to 2 sine theta, right? 2a is equals to 2 sine theta. Yeah. 2a is equals to 2 sine theta. That means a is sine theta. That is the first statement is clear from this question. Now, this hyperbola is confocal with this ellipse. Okay. Can anybody think and tell me what? I know that I have not told you, but still you can guess. Still you can guess. What is the meaning of confocal? Think, think, think. Think and let me know. Meaning of confocal. Maths teacher overacting teacher. Yeah, it's good to overact sometimes. I can't understand this question. Yeah, JEE aspirant, we are trying to understand. A hyperbola having a transverse axis. You know what is a transverse axis? I told you right here. Okay. So transverse axis is this. This is minus a comma 0. This is a comma 0. This is something which is transverse axis, guys. Okay. And they are saying that my hyperbola is confocal. My hyperbola is confocal with my ellipse. What is the meaning of confocal? Nobody is able to tell me what should be the meaning of confocal. What is this, Acha? Can anybody tell me what is this? What is this? Can anybody tell me? This is an ellipse, right? Confocal means share the same ellipse. Confocal means share the same focus. That means that hyperbola is having same focus as this ellipse. Yes, JEE aspirant, now you are understanding it, okay? Alright. So, can I just calculate focus of this ellipse? Can anybody help me? 3x square plus, so 3x square plus 4y square is equals to 12. Okay, if I just divide with 12, x square by 4, y square by 3 is equals to 1. So this is x square by 2 square plus y square by root 3 square is equals to 1. Now tell me, is it a horizontal ellipse or vertical? 2 and root 3. Obviously A is get greater. So horizontal ellipse, first of all. In horizontal ellipse case, what is the coordinates of focus? Plus minus AE comma 0. So plus minus A. What is A? 2. E, do you know E? No, but we can calculate, right? So eccentricity of this ellipse is 1 minus B square. So that is 3 by 4. So this is going to become 1 by 4. Eccentricity is coming out as 1 by 2. Correct? This is 1 by 2 comma 0. So this is plus minus 1 comma 0. Okay? So this is your focus. This is your focus of the ellipse. Now focus of the ellipse is equal to focus of the hyperbola, right? So plus minus 1 comma 0 is focus of my hyperbola. I have got, right? So this is AE is equals to 1 basically. Okay? For in case of hyperbola, AE is 1. What does that mean? A sine theta. So sine, or we can say that A square E square is equals to 1, and you know the value of E square as well. A square is 1 plus B square by A square equals to 1. Now multiply. So this is A square plus B square equals to 1. Correct or not? A is your sine square theta. So B will be from here. Can you see if A is sine theta? Obviously B will be cos theta. Correct? A is sine theta, B is cos theta. Now your equation of hyperbola, guys. Equation of hyperbola. Finally, x square by sine square theta minus y square by cos square theta equals to 1. Easy peasy lemon squeezy or not? A was already there. You were looking for just B. You were awaiting for B. Right? So x square cos x square. So this is wrong, this is wrong, this is wrong. Obviously sine square will go up. It will become cosec. And cos square will become sec. Option A is absolutely right. This was, I would say, a very easy question which was asked in JEE 2007. Very basic question. Okay. One more question on basics of hyperbola. Are we ready about it? Tell me if you are ready. Easy. Darshan is saying easy. Okay. So if you are finding it easy, then I have a really high hopes from you guys that you will not disappoint me. You will solve this question. Okay. It is a little bit tricky. I will not say tricky, but little bit different. Okay. So till now we have seen that vertex is always either, in case of hyperbola, vertex is either lying on x-axis or y-axis. Okay. But this time, and focus is also either on x-axis or y-axis. But can you see this question says equation of hyperbola whose focus is 8, 3 and 0, 3. So clearly this time the focus is not like, this is not your usual hyperbola, by the way. Okay. This is not your usual hyperbola. Did you notice that we were in that picture, ma'am? You told us this is your hyperbola. So focus will be plus minus AE comma 0. So like y, either y coordinate will be 0. No, it's not tough. It's not tough. Trust me. It looks like it is tough, but it's not tough. Or either this or that. These are the two cases that we have studied, right? But this is a little bit different. Although you don't have to know anything else apart from whatever we know till now. But acha, okay. I'll solve this question for you. What I'll be doing is equation of hyperbola whose focus are this and eccentricity is 4 by 3. So eccentricity at least is known to us 4 by 3, correct? And both the focus are there, okay? Just tell me one thing. Tell me one thing that, okay, can we calculate the center of hyperbola? Think about it. Think about it. If the focus focus is given, right? If the focus is given F1 and F2 and this is your center, can anybody think that by symmetry, even in this case, this is F1, this is F2 and this is center of hyperbola, can we calculate the coordinate of centers just by using focus 1 and focus 2? Yes, Gina. Are you able to think about it? Because it is very obvious by looking at the diagram. Okay. Be it any hyperbola on any planet, even on Mars. JEE aspirants, very good. It is so obvious every time, right? That midpoint of both the focus will give you center, right? Whether you tilt this hyperbola, whether you move the hyperbola, whether you like rotate this hyperbola, shift the hyperbola, but the shape will not get changed, right? So the midpoint of both the focus will give you the center. So at least you will be getting the center of the hyperbola. No, Dinesh, center of hyperbola is not always origin, okay? So now this is F1, this is F2. Now center will be 8 plus 0 by 2, comma 8 plus 0 and 3 plus 3 by 2. Okay, so center will be what? 4, comma 3. 4, comma 3 is your center, right? Okay, 4, comma 3, not 3 by 2, 4, comma 3, okay? Just one thing up now I want to understand. See, I hope that you guys are aware about the circle. If a circle having center at origin, what is the equation? Ma'am, x square plus y square is equals to r square. If at all a circle having h comma k as center, then what is the equation, ma'am? X minus h square plus y minus k square is equals to r square. Okay. So this we have already learned. Okay. This thing we have done. Can we apply the same thing in hyperbola? Yes, obviously. If at all, can you see in previous questions, if I just go back to the hyperbola, the equation of hyperbola was what? The equation of hyperbola is right here. Okay. See, if the center is at origin, it is x square y square. But if the center is 4, comma 3, x will be replaced by x minus 4, y will be replaced by y minus 3. That's it. Okay. Similar, same to same, copy paste, just we used to do in circles chapter, right? So yes, conic sections somewhat are interlinked. So if you understand circles, it will be very easier for you to understand hyperbola as well sometimes. Right? So yes, now, yes, I am here. So now your equation of hyperbola is x minus 4 ka square upon a square minus y minus 3 ka square. Please understand this is a hyperbola, I am applying a negative sign. Upon b square is equals to 1. This is the equation of hyperbola. Right? Now one thing which we should all use is eccentricity. Okay? Now what is eccentricity? Understand? Eccentricity is 4 by 3. But again ma'am, eccentricity is 4 by 3. But what should I do from here? I need A and B. To get the value of A and B, I need to know at least 2 equations, right? Because there are 2 unknowns. So yes, one more thing which we can use over here is distance between focus. Can anybody tell me what is the distance between focus? Distance between focus is, see, in standard hyperbola, distance is minus AE comma 0. Focal distance, this is AE comma 0. So distance between focus is what? 2AE, right? Let me just write it. 2AE is equals to F1, F2, distance between focus. And by the 2 focus, can you see distance between them is 8. So by observation, 2AE is equals to 8. Eccentricity obviously 4 by 3. So you can put 4 by 3. This is 4. So A into 4 by 3 is equals to 4 clearly. A is coming out as 3. Now you can apply the formula of eccentricity, which is 1 plus b square by a square. So this is 16 by 9 equals to 1 plus. Can you see this is b? B I don't know. A clearly is 9. Okay. So this is 1 b square by 9 is equals to 1 minus 16 by 9. Oops. Have I done any mistake? 16 16 by 9. One minus, this is okay, yeah. Okay, yeah, it's correct. 7 by 9, right? So B is equals to B square is coming out as 7 from here. Calculation. So this is 7 by 9 is equals to B square by 9. So B square is equals to 7. Okay, A is 3, B square is 7. So now you are having x minus 4 whole square by 9 minus y minus 3 whole square by 7 equals to 1. This is the equation. Have a look. Let me know in case of any doubts. Yes. I guess Vipu, you are able to a little bit like Vipu, you have forgotten the 7. Gina, you are absolutely correct. Yes, Red Gaming, go ahead and ask your doubt. Yes. Okay, all right. Okay, one more question on hyperbola. Are we ready for it? One understanding, okay. I like the way Basim is responding. Understanding? Not understanding. Okay? Not okay. Gotcha, Darshan? Little. I guess some people are still having doubts in this. One more, okay. Nice one. Yeah, so what is the lesson from this question? Whenever you get this is what we call as oblique ellipse or oblique hyperbola. Okay, B will be root 7. Yes, Rajni, absolutely right. So, see, such hyperbola or such ellipse which are not the standard one, but you don't have to know any other thing. You just have to know the basics, the basic distance between focus. Just the basic formulas will help, okay? Alright, chalo. Now one more question I have high hopes for, and this is this. This was asked in JEE Main 2019. JEE Main 2019. Let's see. Now this is something which I guess everybody will be able to do. Yes, Gina, go ahead and ask your doubt, and you can just solve this question. Then also you can ask your doubt. So, yeah. 5x plus 9 is equals to 0 is directrix to this hyperbola. By the way, now this is a standard hyperbola. This is a standard hyperbola. Now we are looking for the corresponding focus. Okay, now this question is absolutely like very direct question. If you understand the basics concepts which I have shared you in that slide of hyperbola, you will be like doing it absolutely, like there is no chance you will not be able to do it. Okay, chalo, I am waiting for you. Let's see. This is the directrix, but I want this hyperbola. So this is x square by 3 square minus y square by 4 square equals to 1. Okay. Now there is no such thing as major or minor, big, small. Just see x square minus y square. So that means this is a transverse hyperbola. The hyperbola will look like this. Okay. Directrix is x equals to minus 9 by 5. So this is x equals to minus 9 by 5. So, clearly, x equals to minus a by e is the directrix, and you are having x equals to minus 9 by 5. So, a by e is 9 by 5. That is first thing which we are getting. I guess everybody is understanding this. Okay. Then, okay. A equals to 3 and B equals to 4. This thing is very obvious and given. So if I just put A is equals to 3 right here, so this is 3 by E is equals to 9 upon 5. 3 ones are 3 threes are. So this will give you E is equals to 5 by 3, which will make sense by by the way, because eccentricity is always greater than 1. Okay. So eccentricity is 5 by 3. Now corresponding focus. See, if directrix is minus a by e, then corresponding focus is x equals to a into e. Now you have e, you have a. Just multiply it right away. Okay, and the negative minus ae comma 0. Corresponding focus will be on the negative side. Okay, so the final answer will be minus ae comma 0. So this is going to become minus a 3 e, which is 5 by 3 comma 0. So this is minus 5 comma 0, which is matching with option D, guys. Option D. Why are you saying option A? No. Option A is not. Okay. Okay, let me just take Gina's doubt. How to find the axis if they did not give in the question? Because in before question, you taken as one case. How to decide? Okay. Why do you think, J aspirant, it is a vertical hyperbola? No, obviously. The moment you will see directrix. Okay, let me take doubt of J aspirant first, then I'll move towards Gina's doubt. See, what is the directrix J aspirant? X equals to something. That means directrix is like this. So if I just go back to both the standard hyperbola which we have studied, by the way, vertical and horizontal is not the term, but what you are trying to figure out is which type of hyperbola is this. Either it is like intersecting x-axis wala hyperbola or intersecting y-axis wala hyperbola. Now you tell me. The directrix is y is equals to minus b by a and plus b by a. So obviously our question was not matching, right? But if I talk about this, x equals to plus minus a by e. If that directrix is there, that means this hyperbola. So I guess J aspirant's doubt is clear now. Okay. I hope that the doubt is clear now. Okay. Okay, and now Gina's doubt. Let me take Gina's doubt. Gina is saying, okay. Yes, Gina has some very good doubt. And Lakshman is asking about differential equation. Can everybody tell Lakshman that I have completed differential equation? You should just go to the playlist. Lakshman, do that, okay? Yes. So understand, Gina, 8, 3 and 0, 3. Can I just plot this 8, 3? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8. 8 will lie over here somewhere. And this is 8, 3. This is focus number 1. And 0, 3, 0, 3 will be this. Can you see? This is focus number 2. Can you see that focus are forming, line joining focus is forming a horizontal line. Line joining focus is forming a horizontal line. Okay. So it is a shifted hyperbola, same as this one. Right? X-axis here, x-axis was the axis, but I have shifted x-axis just like this. Okay, so that is why I am comparing it with this. This is, I am rejecting because I can see the similarity. F1, F2 is horizontal line here, F1, F2 is horizontal line here. So I will follow this. I will follow the terminologies of this. Okay. But yes, Gina, I got your point, but please do not call it vertical or horizontal, because vertical horizontal is applicable in ellipse case. This we will call it as hyperbola intersecting x-axis, hyperbola intersecting y-axis. Okay. I hope that the similarity part is clear to you. Okay. Yes. Now we will call it as How to decide whether it is vertical or horizontal? I guess your doubt is clear, Gina. Okay. Think about it. We will talk it. We can talk one more time. Give 2 minutes. Absorb. Okay. Now there is a term which is conjugate hyperbola. So what is a conjugate hyperbola? Let me tell you. Suppose I say that this is a hyperbola. Okay. Which is, so this length is obviously A. This length is A. And this length is B. Basically x square by A square minus y square by B square equals to 1. Now same values are there, A and B, but the sign will get changed. So this is y square by B square minus x square by A square is equals to 1. Okay, so this is going to become what? Hyperbola which intersect y axis. Okay, so now this length is B, this length is also B, this length is A. Basically the length should be same. So we call it as conjugate hyperbola. So sometimes in question, and now understand. Yes, Vuppu, you are absolutely right. Dinesh, no. In ellipse, we call it major and minor axis, but in hyperbola, we don't call it major minor because there is no big small concept. Major means big, minor is small. But in hyperbola, big small we don't care. We care about transverse and conjugate axis. Okay, we don't care whether A is big or B is small. We just care about where is the sign. The negative sign is on y, so that is why this type of hyperbola. The negative sign is on x, that is why this type of hyperbola. Okay, are you getting my point? Okay, all right. So conjugate hyperbola, I guess it is clear now. Conjugate. Now why I am teaching the term conjugate hyperbola? Because in the question what will they do is they will give you a hyperbola and they will tell you another hyperbola which is conjugate hyperbola. So you should understand, okay, A and B are matching. Okay, so first this is a conjugate hyperbola. There is one more term which I would like to tell you, which is rectangular hyperbola. Now rectangular hyperbola is something where eccentricity of rectangular hyperbola is √2. Okay, special case, eccentricity of such hyperbola is √2. Here what happens, what is the so special about rectangular hyperbola? That transverse and conjugate axes are equal. That means A and B are equal. Then only we will call it as a rectangular hyperbola. So if A and B are equal, obviously x square by A square minus y square by B square will give you 1. This B is nothing but what? A only, because both are equal. So clearly y square by A square. So clearly x square minus y square will give you A square. This is your rectangular hyperbola. Can you see the equation? Yes, this is the equation, right? Or we can also call it as equilateral hyperbola. So sometimes in the question they give ki ma'am, there is a rectangular hyperbola. That means they are telling you, number 1 point, transverse and conjugate axes are equal. Okay ma'am. Point number 2, eccentricity is √2 guys. Eccentricity is √2. Okay. Alright. I hope that this is clear. Okay. Alright. And yeah. Now if I talk about conjugate hyperbola, you remember that is just that rotation is happening. Okay. So this is the hyperbola. Now if you just rotate it 90 degree, you will get this. Same to same, copy paste. Okay. So rotation is there. It's just that A and B are matching. Now in conjugate hyperbola, if E1 is the eccentricity of first hyperbola, E2 is eccentricity of the conjugate of that hyperbola. The formula will be 1 upon E1 square plus 1 upon E2 square is going to be 1. Okay, this is the formula you should remember. So if at all any time in JEE main, they will give you two conjugate hyperbolas. Remember this result. Now there is one doubt of JEE aspirant. Ma'am, where is B in the graph of hyperbola? Very good question. See, how will you decide which type of hyperbola is this? I guess you have not followed me at that time. Now understand. If I put y is equals to 0. If I put y is equals to 0, what will I get? X equals to plus minus a. So this is minus a comma 0 vertex plus a comma 0. But if I put y equals to, sorry, if I put x equals to 0 in here, if I put x equals to 0, understand what we are going to get. Y is equals to square root of minus b square. That is y is equals to plus minus b iota. That means there is no intersection with y-axis. We can only imagine. So this is 0 comma b, 0 comma minus b. We just imagine that there is an imaginary point of intersection of this hyperbola with your y-axis. Okay, so there is b in the graph of hyperbola. This is like random in air. We just imagining. Nothing is happening with b. Okay, so this is how it is. Okay. So now let's do some problems on these two terminologies, conjugate. What is a conjugate hyperbola and what is a rectangular hyperbola? So first conjugate hyperbola, let's see. Eccentricity of conjugate hyperbola of the hyperbola this is what? So we know that, let us assume E1 is the eccentricity of given hyperbola and E2 is the eccentricity which we need to calculate, right? And we know the formula 1 upon E1 square plus 1 upon E2 square equals to 1, right? So over here E1 square is 1 plus, now please convert it in standard form, x square by 1 square minus y square by 1 by root 3 whole square equals to 1. So 1 plus b square by a. So this is 1 by 3. So E1 square is what? 4 by 3. E1 is equals to, E1 square is 4 by 3. That's it. We don't want the square root. Now 4 by 3. So this is 4 by 3 plus 1 upon E2 square equals to 1. 1 by E2 square is equals to, this is 1 by 4. So clearly E2 square is what? 2. E2 square is, sorry, E2 is 2, correct? E2 is 2. Option A is absolutely right. Yes, Vappu, absolutely correct. Have a look, let me know. Okay, clear? Any doubts? Okay, all right. And if you guys have not liked the session, do it right away. Now there are a few points which I want to reinforce so that you don't forget it. Number one is eccentricity of an equilateral, or you can call it as rectangular hyperbola. Eccentricity of a rectangular hyperbola is always square root of 2. Okay, number 1 point. Then, this is a general equation of conic, right? Remember, equation of second degree of conic. Okay, this represents a rectangular hyperbola. Obviously, delta should not be equals to 0. Because if delta becomes 0, it will become pair of straight line. Do you remember? If you don't remember, go and watch that lecture of pair of straight lines, okay? So delta should not be 0 and a plus b should be 0. That means coefficient of x square and coefficient, obviously a is equals to minus b should be there. Otherwise, like, it will not make any sense. So yeah, x square and y square should be minus b. So then only we will call it as a rectangular hyperbola. Now let me come back to one very important point, and you will get questions from this topic as well in JEE Main. It is important for JEE Main. What is this? Parametric form. And it is very easy, trust me. It is very easy to remember parametric form. Okay? Because I will tell you the trick to remember parametric form. Yes, Rajni. Equilateral and rectangular are same. Just two different names for the same thing. Okay? Alright. Now, parametric form. So first of all, the very first equation which you are seeing is equation of ellipse. Now you understand this is equation of ellipse because there is a plus sign, and obviously this is a horizontal ellipse. What about this? This is equation of hyperbola. Why? Because there is a negative sign. So I guess by now you understand how to differentiate between hyperbola and ellipse. Okay. Alright. X square by a square plus y square by b square is equals to 1. Before that, I would like to remind you what was happening with circle. So if I talk about circle, x square plus y square is equals to r square. Do you remember the parametric form? Parametric form was x equals to r cos theta and y is equals to r sin theta. Correct or not? This was for circle. Easy peasy. This to you all have remembered this. Okay, don't tell me that ma'am we to forgot it. No, not possible. Okay. Now same thing. Same thing is getting followed in ellipse. It's just that r is replaced by a and here r is replaced by b. So x square by a square, y square by b square, x is a cos theta comma b sin theta. X cos theta comma b sin, a cos theta comma b sin theta, because the moment you will put a cos theta, a square cos square theta, a square cancel. The moment you will put b sin theta, b square gone. So just sin square theta, cos square plus sin square is 1, guys. Yes? Okay. But what will happen in hyperbola? Because there is a negative sign. If there is a negative sign, we can't put cos and sin. Cos square minus sin square is not going to, we are not going to get 1, right? So ma'am, what we should do? We should think about another identity is something square minus something square, which will give us 1. Think about it. Sec square theta minus tan square theta is what? 1, right? So sec square theta. So this is the moment you will put x equals to a sec theta. A square is gone. So just sec square again minus b square gone. So tan square. Sec square minus tan square is 1. So that is why a sec theta comma b tan theta. That's how you remember it. Okay. Yes. Will you be able to remember it? It is very easy. Just remember cos reciprocal sec. Now if you remember sec, obviously you will be able to remember tan. Na? Sec square, obviously identity is having another thing is tan only. Right? Just you have to create the identity, that's it. So in case you forget anything, you will be able to recall the identity. Okay. Alright. Parametric forms clear to you? Alright. Now, another topic which we have already discussed in circles. In circle, I have already told you, if you have got a point and if it is lying on the circle, what will happen? If a point is lying on the curve, what will happen? Tell me. Ma'am, if a point will lie on the curve, obviously you can satisfy that point. You will get equals to 0 on the right hand side, yes or no? Same thing. If a point lies on the ellipse, you put it, you will get 0. If a point is lying on the hyperbola, you will put that point, you will get 0. Is it that difficult? No, ma'am. But if a point lie outside the ellipse and you satisfy that point, you will get a positive value. And if a point is lying inside, satisfy it, you will get a negative value. Easy peasy. Same happens with hyperbola. Okay. So, actually no. Same doesn't happen with hyperbola inside. In hyperbola, things are different. Things are opposite. Okay. So, hyperbola mein what is the inside and what is the outside? That's the biggest question. Now, understand. This area is inside the hyperbola. Okay. So, if you satisfy any point which is inside the hyperbola. See, this is inside the hyperbola. And this area is, so this is inside the hyperbola. And this area is outside the hyperbola. So if the point is outside, you will get negative. Inside, you will get positive. So things are a little bit different in case of hyperbola. Yeah. Hyperbola is reverse of ellipse. Yeah. Yeah. Yes. Okay. Now we will talk about, yes, position of line with respect to conic. Now this is something which is very important. This is a generic thing which works for circles, which works for parabola, which works for ellipse and hyperbola, all 4 conics. This thing which we are going to study is a generic thing. It works for all the curves. What is this thing, ma'am? We have already studied it, by the way. Okay. So yeah, whenever you are having any curve, suppose you are having an ellipse. Okay. Okay, so if a line intersect the ellipse, we call it as secant. If a line touches the ellipse, what do we call? Tangent. And if a line is neither tangent nor secant to the ellipse, we will do like this. No, foot of perpendicular and image. Gina is worried. Yeah, it's not that. It's much easier topic, understand. Tangent and normal we are getting to. Secant. Now if you have equation of line y is equals to suppose mx plus c. If you have equation of ellipse x square by a square plus y square by v square equals to 1. And if you solve these two equations, what do you mean by solving? How do you solve two equations? Just put the value of y, get the value of y from one curve, put it on the second, solve it. Okay. So the moment you will solve these two equations, you will get two different roots. So if you put the value of y in the ellipse, you will get a quadratic equation in x. And in case of sequent, you will get two distinct solutions. So discriminant of that quadratic will be greater than 0 because you are getting two different value of x. Here what is happening? You are getting a single solution. If you solve these two, you will get what? Equal roots. So that means discriminant equals to 0. And here you are not getting any intersection. So no roots, imaginary roots. Remember the condition, discriminant less than 0. Okay. This we have already studied in parabola and in circles also. Okay. So this is the general method which is applicable for all four curves, right? Solve a line with conic. You have to solve a line with conic and get a quadratic equation either in y or in x. It depends what kind of situation you are getting, right? Like it depends on the equations also. Sometimes we putting the value of x is much easier for us. Sometimes we feel that equation of y, you getting my point, eh? As per the question. Yeah, anyway, you have to solve line with curve. You will get a quadratic equation either in y or in x. And then if your discriminant is greater than 0, that means line cuts the conic. This is a secant, or we can also call it as chord of the curve. Condition of line is chord to curve. If discriminant equals to 0, the condition of tangency, so this is tangent. And if it is less than 0, does not meet the conic, neither tangent nor secant. Okay. Now we will talk about directly. Okay. We will directly talk about equation of tangents of ellipse and hyperbola. Okay. Okay, let's do one thing. We'll do one thing. Let's take a quick break, 7-minute break or 10 minutes break. Let's take a 10 minutes break quick, then we will resume from tangent and from tangents. Okay. So it's 21:40. Let's meet at 21:50. You will get a quadratic equation, definitely, Rajni. 100% you will get a quadratic. Obviously, because see, your conic is what? Degree 2. If you put the value of y, you will get degree 2 only, right? Okay. So we'll meet at 21:50. Resume at 9:40 p.m. 9:50, sorry. 52. Okay. Let's meet at 52. Okay, have a 10 minutes quick refreshment break. Also, don't scroll reels, don't scroll shorts. Okay, just take a proper break because there is so much screen time. Chalo, see you. I am back. I guess Sanket, are you from another channel? Are you coming from? Because I don't see you, Sanket. I mean, you're not a Vedantu JEE English channel, a student. Okay. Alright, so this is something which is actually very, very important. Okay, so Gina is having some issue in problem solving, and Gina, let me tell you, trust me, something is going to come. Wait till Friday, you will understand what I am trying to say. All the problems of problem solving will be resolved. Okay, just wait till Friday of each and every chapter. Okay, from the roots I'll just remove that problem. Okay, so just hold on, try solving, keep trying, just don't give up, keep trying, and then like 2 to 3 days you will have to wait, and we'll kill in JEE main. Vedantu JEE English student are going to kill in JEE main. Okay, all right. Okay, so yeah, equation of tangent of ellipse and hyperbola together. So first of all, equation of ellipse, this is your ellipse, right? So equation of ellipse and then equation of hyperbola. Okay, so equation of ellipse is, see, equation of ellipse of this standard ellipse is y is equals to mx is already there, plus minus y is equals to mx plus minus square root of a square m square plus b square. Now understand here, because in ellipse there is a concept of major axis ka square and minor axis ka square. So understand this, a is your major axis and b is your minor axis. Okay, so always remember the denotation because you might get confused in a and b. Okay, all right, that is first thing. For ellipse, equation of tangent of a slope form. Remember? Okay, ma'am. For hyperbola, all you have to remember is the negative sign, and here there is no the conversion of small and big. We will not talk about small and big. It's just that x square, whatever is written below x square will be here. Whatever is written below b square will be here. Okay, we'll solve problems so that you will understand. Okay, so these two equations everybody should remember. Okay. Patani Satya Prakash, what are you saying? No, I don't understand. I don't get it. Okay. Now for hyperbola, for different hyperbola, now understand. For different hyperbola, if the hyperbola is a different one, right? When you see a negative sign over here, so now what will happen? This will be your equation. Can you see just the sign change you have to do? If the sign is changing, if this is minus, then this will be here. If the minus shifts, it will be like minus x square, right? So you just have to reverse the sign. So it is going to be b square minus a square m square. That's it. Okay, you just have to flip the sign for two different hyperbolas. Okay. Now what we will do is we'll apply this logic so that you understand and remember this on a better note. So I have this question in front of you. This is a question for ellipse, guys, which is, this is actually a tangent to this ellipse for some a belongs to R. Then the distance between foci of the ellipse is asked from you. Okay, all right. So now I want you to take the lead and solve this. Okay, so first of all, what we will do is, remember, we only know equation of tangent in slope form. So I have no other option but to change, to convert this equation in slope form, guys. So if you do that, y is equals to mx, you have to find 4y is equals to minus 3x plus 12 root 2. Now divide everything by 4. Y equals to minus 3 by 4x plus 3 root 2. Okay. So clearly slope is negative, minus 3 by 4. Okay. And the constant over here is 3 root 2. Okay. Clear? So your equation will be what? If I just go back to this, equation is y is equals to mx plus minus a square m square plus b square. So, see, constant term over here is 3 root 2, correct? And constant term over there is plus minus square root of a square m square. M square is what? 9 by 4 plus b square. This is your equation. Now square both the sides. So 9 2s are 18 equals to, this is 9a square by 4 plus b square is 9. Correct? If you shift, 9 is equals to 9a square by 4, and clearly a square will be equals to 4. So a is equals to plus minus 2. What are they asking? Distance between the foci of the ellipse. Foci of the ellipse. Distance between foci of the ellipse is 2AE is what they are looking for. Now A you have already. What about the eccentricity? Can you calculate the eccentricity? Definitely. If you have got A and B, you can calculate eccentricity. E square is nothing but 1 minus. E square is nothing but 1 minus. A is equals to 4, right? Sorry guys. Is A 4 or not? Sorry, 3 by 16. I'm so sorry. I have made a mistake. Okay. Here I have made a mistake. See, the constant term is equals to plus minus square root of a square m square plus b square, correct? So c square, constant term, if I just put 3 root 2. 3 root 2 is equals to plus minus square root of a square is right here. M is what? 9 by 16 plus 9. Now it's correct. Now square. So 9 2s are 18 is equals to a square 9 by 16 plus 9. So clearly a square is equals to 16 and a is 4. Correct? Now eccentricity. So a is 4. So eccentricity is what? 1 minus small. What is small? So this is 16. A square is 16. Right? This is your 16. 1 minus 9 by 16. So this is going to become 7 by 16. So root 7 by 4 is your eccentricity. And A is equals to your 4. Now distance between foci is 2 into A into E. This is your distance between foci. So clearly 2 root 7, option B is absolutely right. F1, F2 is equals to 2AE. Okay. Alright, clear? Clear, clear, clear. Okay. Got it, got it. Alright. So this was asked in JEE Main 2020. Easy peasy PYQ. What do you think? Easy PYQ? Alright. Now let's do one thing. One more thing. Let's do one more question based on the tangent. Okay? Yes. So equation of tangents to the ellipse. Sound is not clear. Is it? Sound is not clear, kya guys? Is it not clear? Clear, no? Sound is clear? Clear? I guess sound is clear. Clear, clear. Okay. Find the equation of tangents to the curve. What is this curve? Can anybody tell me? This is a hyperbola, guys. So now we are looking for equation of tangents to the hyperbola. By the way, which hyperbola is this? Let us confirm. So clearly this is the very first hyperbola whose equation of tangent, do you remember, y is equals to mx plus minus, this is a square m square. Let me just go back and tell you right away without wasting any time. Equation of hyperbola will have a negative sign, right? So equation of hyperbola will have a negative sign and ellipse will have a positive sign. Because again, hyperbola equation also negative, negative, that's how you can remember. Okay. Still 2 more hours. No, Sadia. We'll be finishing it by 11, okay? We'll be finishing it by 11. We'll try to finish it by 11 because see, already tangents and normal we have already reached. Now we have just the equation of chord and like a few important things. Okay, nothing much is left. Yeah, so clearly this equation of tangent to the curve. So let me just rearrange this curve. X square 9 by 144 is what? So this is 4 square minus y square upon 3 square is 1. Okay, alright, which is perpendicular to this straight line. Perpendicular to this straight line. Okay, so now slope of this line is minus 3 by 4. So slope of my tangent, see, slope of this line is what? Can anybody tell me, ma'am? Minus 3 by 4. But I want an equation which is perpendicular to this line. So minus 3 by 4. You have to take negative reciprocal of minus 3 by 4. So you are going to get 4 by 3, which will be slope of your tangent. So now you are getting tangent slope. You have your A and B with you. What are you waiting for? Just the direct formula, nothing else. Okay. Yes, I can see that some students have already like calculated it. So y equals to 4 by 3x plus minus square root of, what is your A? 16. This is 16 by 9 minus b square is what? 9. Okay. So if you solve it, y is equals to 4 by 3x and this is plus minus, this is 16, 256. 256 minus 81 upon 3. So this is 3y equals to 4x plus minus, this is 5. 25 minus 8 is what? 17. 175. I guess this is the equation of your tangent. Yes or no? Yeah. So 4x minus 3y is equals to plus minus 37. Yes. Yeah. So we can write it. So this is your equation of tangent. Just that. Okay. Okay, let me just have a look what is happening in the chat box. Oh, okay. All right. I think you guys are, I am already shaking. Why are you saying I'm already shaking, huh? What is happening in the chat box, I don't even understand. But anyway. Okay. So, I guess this question is clear to you all. Now let us move on to quickly the next question, which is by the way homework question, but I think we should do it right here. Okay. Okay, there is cold at your place. Okay. Yeah, it's cold at my place also. Fever you're saying. Anyway. Okay. Take care of yourself, guys. Don't do that. JEE main is round the corner. Now you have to take care of yourself. Wear some warm clothes. Okay. If the line x minus 2y is equals to 12 is the tangent to this ellipse at the point this. Okay. Point of contact is also given to you. Right. Then the length of latus rectum is what? Okay. So understand one thing. First of all, this point. Can you see at word is used? At means what? That this point is point of contact. Point of contact means what? That it is getting satisfied in the ellipse as well. This point is passing through ellipse as well. This point is passing through the tangent as well. Okay. And you are looking for length of latus rectum. Okay. Alright. So, if the line is tangent to the ellipse, remember I told you the generic condition. If you solve this equation with ellipse, you will get discriminant equal to 0. That is the first thing. So, let's do that. X equals to 2y plus 12. If you solve it with x square by a square plus y square by b square equals to 1. If you solve these two, your discriminant will become equal to 0. Let's do that, okay? So this is 2y plus 12 whole square upon a square is equals to we can do is, bad idea, bad idea, bad idea, bad idea, bad idea. This is one of the method, but bad idea. Bad idea. Can you see that if I started it, it would be a very difficult and complicated method, okay? Because A and B are unknown to us. What is another method then? What is the alternative? Can anybody tell me what is the alternative? Okay, so let me just tell you the alternative, but before that, let me just remind you. Let me remind you. Do you remember equation of tangent? If point of contact is given. Do you remember? Suppose you are having any conic, okay? So for the time being, let me call it as an ellipse. This is x1, y1. If you have a point of contact, then can anybody tell me in the chat box? I am hoping that somebody might know. We did that in parabola, we did that in circles. Now we are doing the same thing in ellipse and hyperbola as well. Can anybody tell me? It's t is equals to 0, okay? So if you have got the equation of conic, this is x square by a square plus y square by b square equals to 1, and you have to write the equation of tangent. What will we do? X will be replaced with t is equals to 0 will give you equation of tangent, but the point is that the point should be lying on the ellipse. That means it should be the point of contact, POC, okay? If the point of contact is given, so this is x1 by a square plus y1 by b square equals to 1, and this is valid for your hyperbola, for your parabola, for your circle, for your ellipse as well, okay? So now if I just go back right here, if I write the equation of tangent, so it is x1 by a square, correct? Plus y1 by b square, correct? Equals to 1. x1 is 3, 3x upon a square plus y1 is minus 9 by 2, minus 9 by 2 b square upon y is equals to 1. So this is your equation of tangent. But can you see your equation of tangent is already given to you? Equation of, yes Gina, absolutely. Equation of tangent is already given to you. Can you see x minus 2y equals to 12. Now these are the two like same equations. We just have to compare. Okay. So can you see 3 by a square upon 1 is equals to minus is going to get anyway cancelled out. So my 9 by 2 b square upon 2 is equals to 1 upon 12. So this is 3 by a square is equals to 9 by 4 b square is equals to 1 by 12. So now this will become equal to this. So a square is 12 into 3. A square is 36. So a is 6. Okay. What about this? 4 3s are 9 3s are 27. So b square is equals to 27. Have I done it correct? B square. See 4 3s are 9 3s are, yes, b square is 27. Now you're looking for length of latus rectum. Obviously this is a horizontal ellipse. So 2 into b square upon a is your length of latus rectum. 2 1s are 2 3s are 6. 3 9s are. So correct answer is 9. You guys are already getting it correct. Okay. So this is how you will get. Okay. Equation of tangent by t is equals to 0. Substitute the point in the equation. Yes, also you can do that. But then from there, you will get a relation between A and B. You will not get the individual A and B, right? Okay. Another question. Are we ready? One more question. Give me a big thumbs up if we are ready for another question, okay? So another question is right here. Let's see how many of you are able to do this. And also be ready, next week onwards we are going to have a long intense sessions, fun sessions. I mean, you won't feel like 6-hour session, you won't feel like it's going to be a 3-hour session. You'll be like, huh, ma'am, we sat at 6 o'clock and now it's 9 o'clock. I mean, where did the time go? Okay, yeah. It used to happen, remember we used to start at 6 o'clock and we used to study till 1 o'clock, like 7 hour of one shot I have taken up. Okay, so that we are going to repeat, that times are going to come back. Okay, the line touches the hyperbola, then the point of contact is what they are looking for. Obviously, again t is equals to 0 will help, right? So suppose x1 comma y1 is the point of contact, right? So if I just write equation of tangent x1 minus 2y1 is equals to 4. And your equation which is given in the question, 2x plus root 6y is equals to 2. Now compare, these two are same thing, right? x1 by 2 equals to minus 2y1 upon root 6 equals to 4 by 2. So clearly this is 2. So x1 is coming out as 4 and y1 is coming out as 2 to cancel, minus root 6. 4 comma minus root 6 is option D. Easy peasy, everybody? Yes, Ratai. Ratai is saying, ma'am, you are my crush, and see, Ratai, you are saying that, ma'am, you are my crush, I am sorry, okay? But then I was like, okay, maybe there is some guy who is not here to study and all, but surprisingly, you are giving me the correct answers. Now I'm like, what to do? Whether to like scold you or you like give you a big thumbs up. Okay. Ma'am, which is the toughest chapter of math of class 12th, you are saying? Class 12th. Toughest chapter of class 12th. I too can't see any chapter is the toughest chapter of class 12th, but probability. Probability can be the most easiest chapter as well, but if at all it has to be tough, it can be really tough. It can be that tough that sometimes even I have seen like very good teachers getting stuck in solving probability. Okay, but again, I am talking about the level of the questions of probability. And same, I think the idea is from permutation and combination, because sometimes we don't realize that we are doing something wrong in that question. We just keep doing it and we don't understand what are we doing it wrong. Okay, so yeah, okay, all right. And now we are having this question. Let's see how many of you are able to crack JEE Main 2019 question. Integration is I think if I talk about integration, it is a huge chapter, but it is a time consuming chapter. It will demand your time, but if you give time to that chapter, you can master integration. Okay, so it is that difficult, like it is difficult in another way. Okay, but in probability, no matter how much time you invest, no matter how much time you, if I talk about JEE Main, trust me, it is the easiest chapter. But if I am talking about the level, the depth, the question, the tough question can be from probability, which can actually be a nightmare to, in fact, good and big teachers as well. Okay, chalo, ready for the question? Tangent drawn to ellipse at a point P meets the coordinate axis at points A and B respectively. So what they are saying is, there is an ellipse and there is a point P, and if you draw the tangent, it will meet the coordinate axis at point A and B. Okay, respectively locus of midpoint of segment AB. Now understand. Remember we studied that parametric form? Parametric form. For ellipse, parametric form will be A cos theta, comma B sin theta. So if you have got a point of contact, by the way, of a tangent, can you write equation of tangent by t is equals to 0? Definitely. It is going to be x, x1. X1 is what? A cos theta upon A square plus y, y1. Okay. A cancel, B cancel. X cos theta by A plus y sin theta by B is equals to 1. Okay. X cos theta by A plus y sin theta by B is equal to 1. This is your equation of tangent. Now, can you just tell me what are we looking for? Just tell me. Locus of midpoint of AB. Suppose this is your midpoint. Let us mark it as H comma K. I am looking for H comma K. Now H comma K is midpoint of A and B. Can I know point A? What is point A? Point A is your tangent intersection with x-axis. This is your tangent, right? This is your tangent. Can you just figure out what is point A? If you put y is equals to 0, you will get point A, right? Put this point as 0. So the moment you put y is equals to 0, your x will be what? A sec theta. Put y is equals to 0. This will be gone. X will be A upon cos theta. So A upon cos theta will be what? A sec theta. So this is your A sec theta. What about point B? To get the value of point B, you have to put x equals to 0. The moment you put x equals to 0, you will get B cosec theta. B cosec theta. Okay? B cosec theta. Are you getting it? Now you have got point A and point B. You are looking for midpoint. So midpoint of A and B. Tell me. Midpoint of A and B. Midpoint of A and B will be what? Tell me A sec theta plus 0 by 2. This is your H and B cosec theta. B cosec theta plus 0 by 2 is equals to your K. So now you are having C, your cos theta. So C, tell me what is the value of 2H by A? A by 2H is your cos theta, yes or no? And what about this? So this is 2K by B. So B upon 2K is your sin theta. Now you just have to square and add these two equations. Square and add these two equations, you will get your answer. So A square by 4H square plus B square by 2K square. Square and add. A square by 4H square plus B square by 2K square equals to 1. Replace X. This H will become X, right? So this is 4. Yes. So now just match it right here, whatever. So A is incorrect because it is having 2. A and B are incorrect. Because we want 4 guys. 4. Okay? 4. So now C, between C and D. Tell me. I to clearly see, obviously A square is in numerator, H or X is in denominator. So between these two, obviously D is also incorrect. We want X in denominator. So option C is absolutely right. Okay? Clear? Any doubts? Any confusion? Do let me know. Okay, Gina is saying I made a mistake. You have rectified it. I guess it's clear. Anybody who is having some difficulty in understanding, do let me know, okay? Obviously, I'll not re-explain it. I just want to know. Just for the information. Okay. Anyway, just joking, huh? Acha. Now, I have one more question, which is this. Yes. Common tangent. Yes, equation of common tangent is something which is like very dear to NTA, which is very close to NTA. Okay. So if you just see this, if the line y is equals to mx plus c, if this line is a common tangent to the hyperbola, if this line is common tangent to the hyperbola, this and the circle. Now do you remember by any chance, okay, let me just write it. If you have the circle x square plus y square equals to a square, equation of tangent to this circle will be y is equals to mx plus minus square root of, okay, hold on. This is plus minus a square root of 1 plus m square. Do you remember this? Equation of tangent to a circle. Yes, do you remember, guys? I think you guys remember it, okay? So y is equals to mx plus c is a common tangent to this circle as well as this hyperbola, okay? So this hyperbola, do you remember the equation of tangent to the hyperbola now? Can I write it? Yes, definitely. Y is equals to mx plus minus square root of a square m square minus b square. Okay, so now what I want to do is equation of tangent to a circle will be same as equation of tangent to a hyperbola. So if I just use this particular case 36, so a will be 30. So a square is 36, that means a is what? 6. So y is equals to mx plus minus 6 root 1 plus m square. This is your equation of circle, and if I talk about the hyperbola, it is what? 100 m square minus 64. Okay, this is your hyperbola. Now we can clearly see that these two are exactly same. So what we can do is we can compare both the equations. 6 under root 1 plus m square whole square is going to give you square root 100 m square minus 64 whole square. If you just square it, you will realize that you will get the value of m. So this is 36 plus 36 m square is equals to 100 m square minus 64. And if you just solve it, you will get what? 100. Okay. 36 plus 64 is 100 and this is equals to 64 m square. So m is equals to 10 upon 8 plus minus obviously. M is equals to plus minus 10 by 8. What is the value of constant? Now you have got m. What are you looking for? Constant. So what will be the value of constant? Actually you are looking for c square. So this is your constant. C square is equals to 36 1 plus m square. Now put the value of m square, that is 100 by 64, right? So 100 by 64, c square is equals to 36 1 plus 100 by 64. So this is going to become 164. Tell me, what is the correct answer? Tell me. 369. Yes, if you solve it, 369, option D will be absolutely right. Yes. Just the calculations, okay? Ma'am, is your chat loading slow? No. Okay. Shall we move on to the next thing? You guys are hilarious, pata hai? You know, whenever I teach on a Hindi channel, I constantly get that, ma'am, please teach in English. Whenever I teach in English channel, I get a lot of comments, ma'am, Tamil, Telugu, Kannada, Marathi, every other language, okay? And on the top of that, the funniest part is we have a specific channel name. We have written a language in the channel name. It's JEE English. Now one student, JEE aspirant is reminding me, ma'am, you have only 30 minutes. Huh? You guys are very naughty. Huh? 30 minutes. You are giving me time. You guys are giving me, ma'am, finish in 30 minutes. I am not giving you, like DPP tomorrow. In offline, students never used to give us time. That, ma'am, finish it in 30 minutes. Now you have 15 minutes for the class. But anyway, don't worry, I'll finish it within 30 minutes, okay? We are only left with a few topics, which is equation of normal. Yes, equation of normal of ellipse and hyperbola. Okay, equation of normal of ellipse and hyperbola. Hi JJ, after so long you are coming live on this channel, huh? Attending lecture live. Okay, so equation of normal to an ellipse. Ma'am, teach more 2 hours. We'll study. We will have a lot of sessions. Don't worry about it. Equations of normal of an ellipse. Okay. Suppose you are having a point x1, y1. Now you have to remember, this is your equation of ellipse. Equation of normal will be a square x upon x1 minus same b square y upon y1, and in ellipse you will have to write a negative sign, which is a square minus b square. Now understand, a square minus b square of an ellipse. If I take a square common, what will I get? 1 minus b square by a square. Can you see? Do you find it familiar? This is e square. So a square, e square. So this is also a square, e square. This is what your equation of normal is. You have to remember a little bit. A square x by x1 minus b square y by y1, okay, is equals to a square minus b square. Now a square minus b square, how will you get? A square, e square, that I have showed you. Now similar thing is there if I talk about normal of hyperbola, but there are 2 changes, okay. Minus sign you have to replace it with plus and you will be done. Equation of x square minus upon a square minus y square by b square equals to 1. This is the standard hyperbola. A square x by x1 plus, can you see? Usually we see negative sign in hyperbola, but in case of normal, reverse thing is happening, okay. B square y by y1, because there is a plus sign, is equals to a square plus b square. Now again, in here if you take a square common, 1 plus b square by a square. And can you see, this is your eccentricity of ellipse. Remember, eccentricity of ellipse is like that. So this is a square, e square. Okay. So that's why plus sign is there over here. Okay. So this is the equation of normal of the hyperbola. I know that by the time I teach normal, equation of normal, students feel like, ma'am, now the chapter is showing its true colors. What do you think? Do you feel this? Chapter is showing its true color, because in the beginning everybody was on the live chat, writing it easy peasy, easier than that chapter. The moment I start writing equation of normal, everybody is like, now true colors. Yeah, yes, JJ, absolutely. I've made the studio at my place. Okay, now, if the normal at an end of lattice rectum of this ellipse passes through an extremity of minor axis, then show that eccentricity of ellipse satisfies this equation. Now understand, I will do one thing. I will just explain you what is happening in the question. I will not solve it. I'll just help you in understanding the question, okay? Okay, so what I'm going to do is, if the normal at the end of lattice rectum, so suppose this is your ellipse, right? Now this is your lattice rectum, okay? Latus rectum always passes through focus. Normal at the end of latus rectum. So this is your latus rectum. Okay. This is the tangent, but I am talking about the normal. Okay. Passes through extremity of the minor axis. So this normal is passing through what? Which point? 0, B. Okay. And this is the at the end of latus rectum. So we can just get this point also, the point of end of latus rectum. How will we get it? So see what is happening. This is the focus which is A, E, 0, correct? So in here A, E, 0 is right here. Can I just, so here also this is A, E, because see here and here x coordinate will be exactly same. It will not change, right? Here on this line only y coordinate will change. X coordinate will not change. So if this is A, 0, this is also AE. So if you put AE as x coordinate over here, you will get this point. Okay. And length of this, so this is B square by A. See, length of latus rectum, do you remember? 2B square by A. This is the overall length. I want half length, B square by A. So this length is nothing but y coordinate. So AE, B square by A is your this point. Okay, so I am writing the equation of normal from this point of contact, which is AE, B square by A, and now my normal is passing through 0, B. Okay, what I'll be doing is, yes, one more student is saying, ma'am, not understanding question, please repeat. Okay, one more time I will repeat. They are saying normal at the end of latus rectum. So this is your latus rectum. Do you know what is a latus rectum? Okay. So here this point is your latus rectum, end of latus rectum. Understanding my point? Okay. So this is the latus rectum end. Now this normal is passing through extremity of minor axis. Do you understand what is extremity? Do you understand what is extremity of minor axis? What is a minor axis? This is a minor axis. So one extremity I can see is right here. My normal is passing through 0, B. This is the extremity of normal. So this is the question. Now we need to show that ellipse satisfy this. Okay. Can you, now do you understand the question? Not the solution part, just the question part. Okay. Now one thing which we should know is what is the extremity, what is the end of this point? Basically, what are the coordinate of this point? How to get the coordinate of this point? Understand. First of all, I need x coordinate and I need y coordinate. X coordinate, now just tell me, if this is your focus and you know latus rectum is passing through focus and perpendicular to your major axis, so AE, 0, the x coordinate of this focus will also be the x coordinate of this point. Yes or no? Point number 1. Point number 2, do you know the length of latus rectum? Yes ma'am, 2b square by a. So if this length is 2b square by a, this length will be b square by a. So this is the length which will be y coordinate b square by a. Correct or not? Now what I'm going to do is, I'm going to write the equation of normal. Okay. Do you know the equation of the normal? Yes, equation of normal. Let me just go back and tell you what is the equation of normal. So this is a square. Understand? A square x upon x1 minus b square y upon y1 is equals to a square minus b square. This is, or you can just write it as a square e square. This is your equation of normal, where x1 and y1 are nothing but this point of contact of that normal. So can I just replace x1 comma y1 right here? Okay. So x1, a square x upon x1 is a e minus b square y upon y1 is what? B square by a is equals to a square minus b square. This is what we are getting. Okay. Now what I'll be doing is I'll be cancelling out. This is getting cancelled out. B square getting cancelled out. Okay. So this is ax upon e minus ay is equals to a square minus b square. And now your, understand, your normal is passing through 0 comma b. So can I satisfy 0 comma b right here? Yes, definitely. So do that. 0 comma b. So this is gone. This is minus ab is equals to a square minus b square. So clearly this is a square plus ab is equals to b square. This is what you're getting. B square is a square plus ab. Okay. And now this is your ellipse. One more thing which we know is e square is equals to 1 minus b square by a square. Okay. 1 minus b square by a square. This is your e square. Okay. So now what I can do is, this is your, okay. Can I just divide whole thing by a square? So b square by a square is equals to 1 plus. If I divide it by a square, this is b by a. Okay. So b square by a square. Okay. So this is b by a is equals to 1 minus b square by a square. So 1 minus b square by a square is b by a. Can I just, okay. Okay. See, b square by a square is what? 1 minus e square, correct? So b square by a square, I can put 1 minus e square right here, and yes, I can do that. Okay. See, again, from the top. This is your equation of normal. Yes, ma'am. Where point is x1, y1, I have satisfied it right here. And I have satisfied 0, b over here. So that 0, b, the moment you will satisfy, this is minus a b is equals to a square minus b square. So this is going to become what? B square minus a square is equals to ab. So now you have got this equation and you have got this equation. You have got these two equations, right? Using these two equations, you have to figure out this. Okay, so we will do that. Let me just take one more slide. So this is b square minus a square is equals to ab, and e square is 1 minus b square by a square, correct? So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to divide it by a square, correct? So b square by a square minus 1 is equals to, if I divide it by a square, b by a. Let me just go back one more time. Let me check the signs. B square minus a square is equals to ab. Yeah. B square minus a square is equals to ab. Correct. B square minus a square is equals to. So yes, can you just see this is minus e square is equals to b by a. So e square is equals to minus b by a. This is what I can write. So I want everything in terms of what? E square is b by a. Have I done a mistake over here? E square is root b by a. Hold on. Or from here I can write b by a is equals to 1 minus e square root. Yeah, I think it's correct now. Okay, so I just want to check one thing. Because it's an ellipse, a square minus b square, and this is e square minus e square is equals to ab. Yes. So this is b square by a square is equals to 1 plus b by a. Is this correct? Is this correct? Now we can put the value. So this is 1 minus e square equals to 1 plus square root 1 minus e square. So this is going to become what? 1 1 cancel. Minus e square is equals to square root 1 minus e square. Now square it. E power 4 is equals to 1 minus e square. So e power 4 plus e square minus 1 equals to 0. Yes? Okay. Clear? it was just the matter of putting the values, nothing else. Okay, so this is equation of normal. Then we have to write x1 comma y1 as these 2 points satisfied 0 comma b. The moment you satisfy 0 comma b, you will get this. This is your formula of eccentricity. Now the moment you will get two things right here, you just divide by a square so that you will get this. Now understand. B by a, find out the value of b by a from here. It is going to be square root 1 minus e square. Now put b square by a square is 1 minus e square from here. B by a is root 1 minus e square. Now you will get this answer and this is how you prove it. Okay? Clear? Okay. One more question. Are we ready for? Are we up for one more question? Okay. One more question on your screen is right here. If a hyperbola, now this is all about hyperbola by the way. If a hyperbola passes through point 10, 16, okay. So let us just write down the equation of hyperbola, which is this by the way. And it has vertices plus minus 6, 0. Then the equation of normal to it at point P is what? Okay. So again, this is your hyperbola, right? Roughly, I am just plotting rough hyperbola. And this hyperbola is passing through what point? Point P, 10, 16. Can I satisfy 10, 16 over here? Definitely. So 100 by a square minus 256 by b square is nothing but 1. Now they are saying that vertex is plus minus 6. That means A is plus minus 6. Okay, so A square is 36. 100 by 36 minus 256 upon B square is equals to 1. So from here you will get the value of B. So this is going to become what? 100 by 36 minus 1 is equals to 256 by B square. So this is going to become 64 by 36. That is going to become 8 by 6. So 8 by 6 is equals to 256 upon B square. 4 and this is 3. 4 ones are 4. 4 6 are 24. 4 4s are 16. So this is going to become B square is equals to 64 multiply 3. Okay. This is your B square. Now what they are looking for is normal of equation at point P. Okay, so now understand, you have got A, small a, right? You have got small b. Let me just give you. Small a and small b value is right here. Okay. B square is 4 3s are. Where didn't correct? Hold on. What is the value of b? See, 10, 16 I have satisfied. The value of b is coming out as 144. Is it coming 144? If you just calculate from here, is it coming 144? Okay. B square is 144. Now you have got b square. You already had your a. Equation of normal, direct formula based question. JEE Main 2020 direct formula based question. So it is going to be a square x upon x1. What is x1? 10. Minus b square y upon y1. What is y1? 16 is equals to a square minus b square. Correct? This is the equation. Now a square is what? Tell me. 36. So 36x upon 10 minus what is b square? 144 by 16y is equals to a square minus b square. So that is going to become what? Sorry, this is plus sign is there because hyperbola, right? So a square plus b square. Now a square plus b square will be 144 plus 36. That is 200, I believe. Okay. So yes, you just have to solve it and give it the final answer. Okay. So 2x plus 5y is equals to 100. 2x plus 5y is equals to 100. This is what you will get. 2x plus 5y. Okay. So this is what your solution is. Let me just directly give you the solution. Okay. A is right here. B is right here. Equation of normal is right here. x1 is 10, 16. The moment you will put 10, 16, you will get your answer. Okay? Yeah. Clear? Another question. Ready, ready, ready. Yes, Gina, are you here? Okay. Now, another question I would like to just give it for you. I will be okay doing it right here, and I will be very happy if you tell me that, ma'am, this you can give it as a homework. Do you want to do it here or do you want to take it as a homework? Let me know in the chat box. Sadia is saying homework. What about others? Okay. Ma'am, now please. Okay, let's do one thing. This question, let's do it here. The next question I will give you homework. Okay? Cool? You will have to reply this in comment section. Okay? Chalo, let's do it. 6,3 be a point on the hyperbola if the normal at point P. Now you must be able to remember hyperbola. What is the normal of hyperbola, ma'am? Hyperbola is there. So negative sign, but in case of normal you have to apply the positive sign. A square x by x1 plus b square y upon y1 is equals to a square plus b square. Correct? This is the equation of normal to the hyperbola. Now 6,3 is the point. So a square x by 6 plus b square y by 3 is equals to a square plus b square. Correct? Now they are saying that your hyperbola intersect x-axis at 9, 0. That means 9, 0 will be able to satisfy over here. Yes or no? And eccentricity is what we are looking for. Okay. So let us satisfy 9, 0. So this is a square into 9 upon 6. This is 0 is equals to a square plus b square. Okay. So this is 3 3s are 9, 3 2s are 6, 3 by 2. A square is equals to a square plus b square. Yes or no? This is half a square is equals to b square. Correct? So clearly b square by a square is nothing but half. Now in case of hyperbola, eccentricity is equals to 1 plus b square by a square. So eccentricity is 1 plus 1 by 2. Eccentricity is 3 by 2 ka root. So root 3 by 2. Very easy, and obviously root 3 by 2 is obviously greater than 1. So that means we are on the right track. So root 3 by 2 is option B, absolutely correct answer. Easy peasy. Okay. And one student is asking about timetable. Don't worry. On Friday, I'll be telling you the complete timetable of next week because this series is getting finished. Okay. Only one session is left. That is recorded. I will share it. Okay. I'll share the recording. Okay. Alright. Now one last. Okay. So one homework is pending over here, which is this. A normal to the hyperbola has equal intercept on positive x and y axis. If this normal touches the ellipse, then we need to figure out the value of a square plus b square. This is the homework question. A little bit tricky, but I want you to think about it, draw it. If not, then you have Google access, right? I know that you can Google it as well, but I don't want you to Google. I want you to do it yourself, okay? Now, two important concepts that I would like to give you before leaving, which is chords of conic, okay? So, there are two types of chords which you will see in any conic. This is absolutely, is it late to join the class? Yes, you are like, we are done. This is the last slide, okay? Okay. So, see, there are two things over here. Understand? Okay, three things. I will just give you three things, okay? First, second and third. First one we have already seen. I'm just revising it. Okay. So suppose you are having a conic. You are having an external point and you're just, okay, sorry, not external, internal point, sorry. If you are having that point on that conic and you have to draw the equation of tangent, x1 comma y1 is lying on the curve, so how will you write it? By using t is equals to 0. This we have done it already. But now, if you are having a point which is outside of the conic, okay, and from that point you obviously from the internal point you can draw only one tangent, but from the external point you can draw two tangents, and the moment you will draw two tangents there will be 2 points of contact through which one chord will pass. One chord will pass through point of contact, and the equation of chord of contact is given by t is equals to 0. So can you see that same equation is providing you equation of tangent, okay, when the point is lying on the curve. When the point is not lying on the curve, it is lying outside of the curve, then it is not giving you equation of tangent, rather it is giving you chord of contact. Okay, same equation. Okay, here now understand, this is x1 comma y1. Now suppose any curve is given and a chord is given whose midpoint is given. Now this time the point is given which is midpoint of a chord is given. Then the equation which will give you the equation of chord, see chord with given midpoint, equation is given by t is equals to s1. What is t? What is s1? T so you know. What is s1? S1 is you have to just plug in that point in the equation. That we have already done in probability. Okay. Sorry. Not probability, because so many students are writing probability. I'm like messed up. We have done in circles as well as in parabola. Okay. Yes, it is in parabola. That is why it is a generic thing to conic. I am just revising you. Okay, it is in circles as well. We have done this. Okay. Yeah. So now, what is chord? Please don't ask me what is chord. JEE aspirant, thank you so much. I think Raghu Nandan in this session, I have told you many a times, not by tomorrow, but like by Wednesday you will get your probability. Okay, don't worry about it. Okay, it is the last topic from the road series, and yeah, I guess after that chapter will be done, and on Friday I'll be telling you about what is going to come on the next week, right? So next week mathematics, so you're going to kill it. Okay, mathematics 99 percentile, I'm going to give everything for 99 percentile. So I feel whoever has subscribed to Vedantu's JEE English channel, I really want that student to get 99 percentile in mathematics. Okay, so I am going to work crazy till your January 1st attempt. After that I'll see what has to be done, but till your JEE main first attempt I am not going to sleep like this. Okay, I am super duper motivated. Okay, JEE, how to prepare for JEE main within 1 month. You will see something very crazy on this channel. Okay, so bye, see you guys, and also homework question, do let me know in the comment section. Bye, see you.